Okay. Got the wrong game. Let's try that again. That works. I'm feeling like it won't. It did. Convenient. Stream the Final Fantasy one. I guess it's streaming the whole channel. That's okay. Helps if I have my mic in front of me. You'd be able to hear me better, so let's do that. Okay. So, shit. I need to. I think I have the app for that. Restream. Restream IO. We'll just pull up YouTube. That's okay. Streaming YouTube and Twitch anyway, so. Welcome to the stream. I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Alright. Let's pull up the game. Oh, nope. Skip. Skip! I got some story to play. I can't even remember if I'm in Endwalker yet or not. I think I am. I'm not. Fuck, I've got so long to go. Jeez. We still got much content for Shadowbringers. Well. Story it shall be. MSQ it was. Battery. Good enough for now. Well, let's head on over to Norvrand. I was at the Crystarium. I hadn't played in so long. I had, you know what? Before I do that, I guess I might as well reset the timer. Speaking of the timer, I hadn't played in so long that I almost lost my house. They were like, "Hey, bro, you gotta get on. Otherwise, we're gonna demolish the damn thing." I had to be quick. Norvrand to the Crystarium. That's what I want, but I'm gonna double check. Okay, yeah, that was correct. The Crystarium. Where did I leave off? Alphino looks just about ready to leave you behind. Oh yeah, Beak Lug, that magician guy. We had to treat him like a dog because he kind of is a dog in order to get him to assist us. I guess is the appropriate.
What? Daddy, Terry's trying to show me something, but I don't know. But I don't want to know. And I don't want to know.
Tell him to come here then. You have spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return? I accidentally hit a button, I guess. Well, those are the answer, I guess. White Orosite, you say? An intriguing proposition. That's why it's autoplaying. I don't want that. Stop. You've become highly charged. Here, this is how I can click back. You have spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world? White Orosite, you say? An intriguing proposition. But one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there is no telling what may happen to their souls within the ore site. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? Words. In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw ether from their surroundings. This process must be halted and the resulting surfeit of ether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which would be rectified upon your return home. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn at Journey's Head, corrupted by the sin-eaters, their ether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see those unfortunate individuals? Why? Do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or might not, but I shan't know for sure until I have seen their conditions firsthand. Then I would be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that we won't do anything which might increase their suffering. It was my faith in a man I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for us all to accompany you. While your escorts our guests to the inn, I will assist Rianger in creating the reticent ore site. I believe my talents would be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist a Belock as necessary? Let us make for Almarang then. Nods. Increases neck muscle strength. Off to Journey's End. So this is Halfric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously towards the light. Towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? That's a dumb fucking question, Alfino. Not too bright, are you, boy? Thank you, Belock. The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a senator. You don't know that. We've defeated the wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Alec was completely unresponsive before. Now. Mumble. Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic that could temporarily simulate the ether of one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vobert. Then for darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it, but for their sakes I will break that oath. It is not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Nods. Todden stares blankly at you. It would seem the tonic has had no effect. That made a different sound. What is this warmth I feel in my chest? Why didn't we give it to the other guy? To the kid, Halfric, or whatever? Just, nope. Not worth giving it to him. I feel warm. And my legs, they don't feel as heavy. Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function. In most of the patients, at least. The more severely afflicted show no response. Nods. As I feared then, 'tis true that with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for the corporeal ether. Their incorporeal ether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is far too gone. Excuse me. His mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why I petitioned your aid, but do you think it would be possible to come find a way to hasten their recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. Next. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past, that I was once a mage in the royal court of Volbert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. Okay, that's gonna get in your hair like that, and it already is. Doesn't belong on your face. I understand it's funny, but please, I don't want you to drop it somewhere. The tonic you administer to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hoped to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, the plague the likes of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame. As Spinock would say, you now have a chance to redeem yourself. That I do. Cool. A comforting thought indeed. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal ether. Do you think it can be done? Where the sky is still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. Now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the unconjuring of a familia. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for the ether revitalizing magics we might ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done, if it's all the same to you. Whatever regents must be procured, or spells invoked, I'll do it. Nods. I admire your spirit. Very well. Your first task will be to gather the necessary materials, the purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familia could help the patients, fine. Alfino, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean? The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. wife is getting on to my children. Our children.
You're about to get a spanking, Timothy. You're about to get one. You might want to stop.
Yes. I do spank my children. Especially when they act like that. Anyways. The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Dot, dot, dot. Fine, we'll pay a visit to Ilmeg. Though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, well, you're about it. Seek out the new Moo of La Eni. They will be able to supply you with water suitable for our needs. Right, let's get this over with, shall we? There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? The answer is yes, I suppose. Let's talk to him again for some reason. Clay from Almarang would be likely the best. Would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? Gold miners. Ah, yes. They will be able to point you in the right direction, I am sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there is aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Why don't you get it and bring it here? Yeah, now take your medicine. $3.75. Doesn't feel right to me. Just a memento. You are? There's so many quests here, jeez. It's like tons of them. None of them are like anything sort of special quest either. Yo, Magnet, what's up? Ew. Allison, clean that up. Next time, don't, like, put the water in there first. Drink it first. Spinock, well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've just this moment finished preparing the Talos and trolley you lot took to Nabath Arang. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos could have been another matter. Had we not had a visit from the Master Chai, he offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that Chai News. He seems pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek. But that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Spinock here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? Waves hand. I see, and this familia requires clay from Almarang. Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when we used to take clay from Mount Biran mines to make adorable bricks. Place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than looking there. My kids are being
specifically. They threw slime on the ceiling.
Fucking kidding me?
No, I mean, I got it down.
Where's the slime?
Allison put it away.
Where is it?
I don't know. I know, Timothy wants to get up off the floor. That white stuff is from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to do that. And then it's pretty I don't know. What point is that ever okay? That, like, it's not.
That makes
But you
difference.
still participated.
You still did it. You participated in doing what you know was wrong. Now that more than one time. Down on the floor, you've down on the ceiling, and sorry.
The maintenance. Because Lily took care of all the things she was supposed to do.
All those people on the internet hear you guys cry like babies.
Really? That's kind of funny.
Cry forever, aren't you? It's up to you, Anna. Disobedient kids are difficult. Don't ever have children. You hear that? You telling other people not to have little mini-me's like you. You're difficult. What are you doing?
Come here.
Yeah, I don't care what you had said to me.
I wasn't talking to you.
You're in jail time.
Jail time.
No, you're in jail. Mimi.
Alright. More than likely, I'm not going to be back for too terribly long. Allison, please stop hitting the chair. But, doesn't mean I can't try. Allison, stop. My meanie daddy, apparently. My kids did stuff they know they're not supposed to. They've been explicitly told not to many times. And they did it anyway. And so instead, I disciplined them by throwing away the item. Because it's not an expensive item. It's actually a rather dirty item. Slime. And so, I threw it away. My wife normally doesn't like it. You might even be able to hear her right now trying to talk to my son about it. In any case, I threw it away. Guess I threw it on the ceiling and got it all over the floor and did shit with it they know they're not supposed to. Having been explicitly told not to do this kind of stuff before, so I threw it away. And they're now throwing fits. Welcome to being a dad 101. You deal with this, right? Oh, damn. I keep getting on only for it to be like right there. Oh, them nanny. I knew it. Did I get my clay, sir? It's the same hole I left from him. My twins have returned, and in one piece as that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament. But no. You have the clay, I take it. Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with the Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Be luck. I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite skills, yes. Halric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there is a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect, and you are plainly more familiar with these people than I dare say there are few in all of Norvrand more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Spinok? Absolutely. She's the best woman for the job. I'll give it my all for Halric, for Tesleen. Then we are all of a mind on the matter. Alice shall be the one to conjure the familiar. Good lord, that child. He's desperate to, be heard. Even though he's been crying for, the past 15 minutes. He's just desperate to be heard. And, he's been heard. And he knows. He just won't stop.
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay.
I had a feeling that's what he sounded like. It's just been a minute, so, I kind of forgot. Just a moment.
Very good. Now, I would have you
There it
spell
is.
for me a
I
porksy,
really can't freaking focus and I'm not doing okay.
plump with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
Fuck!
And now my wife's freaking out.
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
Floor on the floor. Okay, Allison, go ahead.
She shall mold the porksy.
There we are.
Just a moment. Nice. It's like a Mr. Potato Head.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
What, Allison?
Yes, yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
What? You're gonna have to wait.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye. Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
Sorry, Allison, just wait. Just a moment.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch,
Touch the skies.
What
One
once
was idle fantasy.
I
Call forth
to
reality. Oh, I called it real porksy? How unfortunate.
Not bad for a first attempt. Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
How do I record it? It records via special... So video games are a software, but there's a software that's not a video game that helps me do that.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
A name.
Name. Ah, these dang cords in my way. Eh.
All right, I've decided.
Oh yeah?
Now. Go, Angelo!
Angelo. She called it Angelo, and he instantly did what he was apparently called to do. I'll be there in just a little bit.
Mom told me to tell you goodnight.
Okay, I'll come in there in a little bit.
Mother...
I'm not your mother, little boy. Seems to be back to his non-thinking, feeling, seeing self. Okay, gotta say goodnight to the childrens.
Regardless of how much they annoy me, I shall return.
Stop. But I still want to take care of my kids. Stuff that I know, and I never use it.
That's not true. We've even got fruits, berries, and this.
Hey.
Can't be wrong. That's the point. And admit.
It says you can, but it will likely change the taste of the food. Like, you'll probably be able to taste the metal of the can.
Never tasted the metal myself.